जय, तुलसी महारानी की जय, गंगा माई की जय, यमुना माई की जय, वृंदावन धाम की, मथुरापुरी धाम की, जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, मायापुर धाम की, all glories to Sri devotees, all glories to Sri devotees, all glories to Sri devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Ram.
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna. Again, welcome all. I see one or two new faces today. So, please do come every Sunday from 6:30 to 8:30. We have this program. Kirtan, small lecture, or I would say reading from the Bhagavad Gita, and then prasadam, and have a lot of fun. I go. So, we decided to read just the translation in Bhagavad Gita, and so far we read through first chapter, where the starting question by Dhritarashtra was what's going to happen between the Pandavas and Kauravas at Kurukshetra. There was explanation of army in the first chapter, and then Arjuna, when he asked the chariot to be brought in the center of both armies, he looks at the opponent army and he sees his grandfather, his teacher, all his cousins there, and he is basically he is bewildered, and he is asking Sri Krishna that why am I fighting? What I'm going to get from this? Actually, I don't want to fight. Please, can you explain me, like why I should fight? And even if I kill all these people and if I get the kingdom, what good is that kingdom going to be? So we are on shlok number 11, chapter 2. Now again, this chapter 2nd is the most important chapter in Bhagavad Gita. The title of this chapter is Contents of Gita Summarized. Most of the chapter is covering soul. So, shlok number 11. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise and lament, neither for the living nor for the dead. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body, from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress, and their disappearance in due course, are like the appearances and disappearances of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception, O Shyam of Bharata, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. O best among men, the person who is not disturbed by happiness and distress and is steady in both is certainly eligible for liberation. Those who are seers of the truth have concluded that of the non-existence, which is the material body, there is no endurance, and of the eternal, the soul, there is no change. This they have concluded by studying the nature of both. That which pervades the entire body, you should know to be indestructible. No one is able to destroy that imperishable soul. The material body of the indestructible, immeasurable and eternal living entity is sure to come to an end. Therefore fight, O son of descendant, O descendant of Bharata. Neither he who thinks the living entity, the slayer, nor he who thinks it is slain is in knowledge. For the self slays not, nor is slain. I think this particular shloka is difficult to understand, so I'll just read one purport on this. When an embodied living entity is hurt by fatal weapons, it is to be known that the living entity within the body is not killed. The spirit soul is so small that it is impossible to kill him by any material weapon, as will be evident from subsequent verses. Nor is the living entity killable because of his spiritual constitution. What is killed or is supposed to be killed is the body only. This, however, does not encourage killing of the body. The Vedic injunction is Ma Hinsyat Sarva Bhutani. Never commit violence to anyone.
Nor does understanding that living entity is not killed encourage animal slaughter. Killing the body of anyone without authority is abominable and is punishable by the law of the state, as well as by the law of the Lord. Arjuna, however, is being engaged in killing for the principle of religion and not whimsically. Now again, coming back to translation for shloka number 20. For the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever-existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. O Partha, how can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, eternal, and unborn, and immutable to kill anyone, or cause anyone to kill? As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. The soul can never be cut into pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind. It is said that the soul is invisible, inconceivable, and immutable. Knowing this, you should not grieve for the body. If, however, you think that the soul, or the symptoms of life, will always be born and die forever, you still have no reason to lament, O mighty aunt. One who has taken his birth is sure to die, and after death one is sure to take the birth again. Therefore, in the unavoidable discharge of your duty, you should not lament. All created beings are unmanifest in their beginning, manifest in their interim state, and in unmanifest again when they are annihilated. So what need is there for this lamentation? Some look on the soul as amazing, some describe him as amazing, and some hear of him as amazing, while others, even after hearing about him, cannot understand him at all. O descendant of Bharata, he who dwells in the body can never be slain, therefore you need not grieve for any living being. I think we have covered 20 shlokas today, so next time we'll cover from shloka number 31, chapter 2. Haribol. Mahaprasade Govinde,
Mahaprasade Govinde,
Namo Brahmane Vaishnave,
Namo Brahmane Vaishnave, Shariya Vidyacha, Jode Yada Heka, Jive Pade Shesagare, Taramata Jivati, Logomaya Sarmati, Daki Samsare, Krishna Varadoyamoy, Gaurivara Jiva Joy, Saksada Nirobai, Sri Ram Vidyaka, Shri Radha Krishna Gunagam, Jai Nimai Jai Nitai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.